She remains alert and attentive as she stares, her captive audience through the protocol of different kinds of functions. I'm saying, listen, this woman is a polyglot. Proficient in English, Igbo, Hausa, Epa Francais. You can see the similarity. She speaks French. Now she speaks Spanish as well.
Español también, sí.
Yo habla español.
Yo hablo
un poco.
Sí. Yo hablo poquito.
Un poquito.
Sí. Claro.
Now, her command of these languages make her the ideal host for corporate and social events. Now, on her return to Nigeria, let me tell you something about her very quickly. When my radio days some years ago, because I used to do this whole Igbo thick accent thing all the time. Yeah. And I'll go from Igbo to Pidgin to French and so one day there was this voice note that she was still in the US that time. She had this voice note that was circulating.
I was back, I was back.
You were back?
I was living in my apartment in Abuja. I was working. I had a 9 to 5. It was first voice note was done in bed. Couldn't sleep because I do have a little bit of insomnia. And
nice to meet you again.
Yes.
This is weirder. and somebody sent me to me and said, Choma, is that you? I started getting messages. Is that you on BlackBerry that time? BlackBerry.
Yeah. It was me.
I said, is that you? I said, it's not me. He said this person, somebody swore. This is you. I say it's not me. And then I now found out that there was this babe.
Whose name happens to be what?
Whose name happens to be... Oh, Jesus, I'm coming back to that. Let me go back to telling you a little about her. When she came back after living and working as a teacher in the United States, let me tell you, teacher in Nigeria is not the same teacher in the United States. If you know, you know. She now debuted in the Nigerian entertainment scene through a series of songs released by BlackBerry Messenger. Atakan that time. Atakan. Yes. She is amazing. Now, more recently, she's been in a lot of movies. If you have watched Banana Island Ghost, you're already close to who I'm talking about. If you have watched Tiff Dad, you understand who I'm talking about as well. Well, this has resulted in critical and commercial box office success. She has served as an influencer and an ambassador for a number of high-profile brands, and she's always been people-centric and strives to form associations with brands that cater to the needs of everyday people. More than anything, she drives her passion is driven to develop content and engage in the most creative ways. Ladies, gentlemen, and hermaphrodites alongside. I like to say that. I'm sorry, I do that a lot. It's a bad behavior. They will beat me because they want me. Wow. Please put your hands together as we make welcome ChiGirl.
Hello, please.
Hello, please. I don't know what to do with you, Choma Omerua.
Please.
Choma Omerua, I love you to bits.
I love you too,
and sometimes I just want to take out your hair.
Why?
Because you are just.
I'm a bit of a nut, but we thank God that it's pointed in the right direction. I'm not a bad nut. I'm a good nut. I like to remain a good nut. So that's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you one of the things also, like I said, you now know, we both are Choma.
Yes.
We both speak French.
Yes.
We both are not all right.
We are both many.
We are both many.
Let's say we are many, as in we are we call it. I don't know why. The word
I have multiple personality, but not the disorder. Yeah. We are all in order.
Yes.
We know who we are at what time we are showing up.
Yes.
ChiGirl, your brother is a person I met before you.
Well, I think
because I met him because I used to work with Cobhams a lot, and he was right hand for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. It was when I found out that ChiGirl was his sister. I was like, I mean, you fine, but okay. I crushed on your brother.
Married, and married.
He's married now. No, that year now. He wasn't married that time now. So I was crushing on him like crazy. But let's come to you. For those who don't know ChiGirl, the girl behind ChiGirl. Yeah. Tell us about your growing up. What was growing up like for you like?
I mean, we grew up. I'm second of 4 children, first girl, of course, born in a I guess that time would call us maybe upper middle class family.
Okay.
My father was in the Air Force. He was strict, I guess to a certain extent, because my father was one of those people that, you don't, it's night, why are you outside? Like, the son has gone to bed, why are you outside the house? So, yeah, I mean, he was strict. And I was always the one in the house that I did a lot of imitations. So people would come to the house and then they would leave, and then maybe if they had something funny about them, I would be making them and making fun. And then so, hey, it was like, when I say if somebody left, then my mom would, or somebody in the house would say, "Watch your come here, watch your man on ag, hi on age in the man let's let her do what the person does. It could be the person's voice. I mean, and sometimes." I was I guess the word I would use would be change, because I mean I could not stay in one place. You couldn't pay me to sit still. It just was not. I remember my father telling me, he said, "Put your hands together." I did. He said, "Don't move." I think when I was beaten and he gave me, I didn't remember, but I could not put myself stay in one place. I was always
How did you manage with a strict father?
He was also in the Air Force. So he was also in the Air Force. He worked. He was in government and at the time, and so he traveled quite a lot. So we were left in the house with mom. So she was less strict, but then still strictish. Still, she had some strictness about she. So we were literally but we had a really good life, and. I managed to be exposed to different cultures and things like that, and so. But I always had people in our house, which was another thing. When we always one of those houses where an auntie will come from, maybe somebody came from Villa. Say, okay, they're going to be here for only 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I was here 6
They
years.
didn't tell you they were coming. They just showed up at your doorstep.
Yeah.
When I say we have a lot in common, I'm not lying.
After that, you be like, this auntie is getting married next year. Okay, now they slept in the same house. Everything was just
ChiGirl, we have somebody come and stay in my house for what was supposed to be 4 weeks, turned out to be 4 years.
Oh, we've had longer than that.
Oh, okay. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I do want to know what she studied in school and how she randa came back to Nigeria. Keeping after Nigeria. We'll be right back. Super 92.7, your one family, one radio. And we are talking to our today's woman, Chioma Omerwa, aka ChiGirl. So people used to call it ChiGirl,
yes,
with the RL.
Yeah, that's very annoying.
Why?
Because I didn't call myself Chi. When I introduced myself for the first time ever, I said my name is Chioma C-Flow ChiGirl. Because ChiGirl, when you say ChiGirl, you take away the essence of the name. Because it was given to me by somebody who was toasting me at the time.
Tell me,
he said, he was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I was like, we met on the plane. We were flying into Abuja, and I said, "Oh, my name is Chioma." He was like, "Oh, ChiGirl." So listen,
what is the worst? You're looking at me. Yeah. The way people called your name.
I've had so many, honey. Like I have. Let's not even go, because this is a whole different radio. It's a whole different topic altogether. My perspective and current and happening love life, like all the things I've done when it comes to the romance. Don't see. I can write a book. Someone said, "Chioma, you need to," because I've talked about some of these things even in my stand up, and they were like, "Chioma," I said, "I will write a book of the one per each guy that I've met that just off. Like this one called me ChiGirl." And that's how Don't Be a Waste came about. Because he was like, "Oh, you're so fine. You mean you go home like this by yourself?" I said, "Yes, I want to come with you." I said, "No, don't come." He said, "Oh,
don't be a West."
I say, he said, "Only you like this?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Oh, you're a West." So why do you want to? I said, "Hey,
he said, "You're a West."
As in I'm waiting a Western away. He said, as in there's nobody with me in the house.
So you know how your name, when we say Chioma, they call us Chichi, this, that. What's the one that doesn't sit with you the most?
The one I don't like my mom. She's got sometimes she'll be like Chichi Lele, like they will Chichi something or Chichi Mama.
My mother stops at Chi.
Chinne.
When you say Chi and Chinne, you know that I want to ask you for something.
One of my friends calls me Nemo. Every time she calls the phone, Nemo. It does not fail. Then my favorite, because my middle name is Ijoma.
Oh.
So my favorite uncle is like a second dad to me. Passed away in September. He's one of the only people in this life that call me IJ. So
nice.
IG. So yeah. So.
I think the one that I don't like is when someone calls me Chommy. There's one guy.
One of my sisters called me Chommy.
No, this one's just Chommy.
She says Chommy. I'm like, what is it? What do you want? So whenever she's like, hi, I'm like Chommy, because she's my little sister, so she's allowed.
You went abroad. And what did you study in school?
So that's a story by itself. I went to the US. The plan was, and I was told by my father to study criminal justice because he wanted me to be a lawyer. Because
you were a talker.
Mm-hmm. So I went and I did register and I did get in with that major. But by my second year, my sophomore year, I was on academic probation, meaning that they had sent me a letter saying if my grades were this low again for another semester, I'll be kicked out of school because my GP was 1.5.
But why?
It was, listen. I just knew this was not for me. First of all, the books were heavy.
The books were heavy?
The books were heavy. Psychology, sociology, all these ologies. The books were heavy. So it's like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just carry my book back. I'm like, nope, and put it down. Because that's not what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the guts. I didn't have the liver to tell my father I want to do. So he was like, so in his mind I was studying law, but then when they had a family meeting and said, Bia, Imana, all dollars.
We're paying for yours.
Come on, will you go and rectify your life? So my mom was like, you're good in language, so go and learn French. Just go and learn French. So I went and I decided to just change my major to French education. So
nice.
So I taught French in the US.
Well, that's how that came about.
So literally I taught for 2 years. Even when I moved back here, I taught at a school for like 3 months before I got the job at ECOWAS. And I moved to Abuja.
That is so cool. But wait, you came back, to get the job at ECOWAS.
My dad said, come back. My dad... the plan was, my father and I had a plan. After I graduated, he was like, come home, I'm sending you ticket money. It wasn't like, oh, can you come? He was like, please do. It wasn't a please do come home. He was like, I'm sending you ticket money, get on a flight, get your behind over back here. Because he wanted us to go into business together.
What is
we were going to do goods and services for like things we could do from like Benin and French speaking countries in the region.
Right.
So that was the plan, because he was just not an oil and gas guy. He was like, there are other things. There's food. Did
you start the business with him?
No, he passed away a month after I moved back home.
Oh I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh wow, horrible. That's what happened.
That was horrible. That was one of the most horrible things I've experienced in my life. I mean, I've gone through some more, but that was one of the most, I think, life-changing experiences that I've had in my entire life.
What is the thing that you would say shapes the ChiGirl that we see today?
I've gone, because not everybody knows everything. And I think that's just, as a public figure, you can't tell everybody everything.
True.
But people have seen me, and I think I've been transparent enough where I've shown people bad and good. And I've gone through so many things in my life where I've faced death. I've looked at death in the face. And
Let's talk about that. What happened?
So everybody that I growing up, I had issues with my back. I've had a slip disc and, trying to rectify that. So when I was here, first of all, in 2017, I had there was a problem with my right arm, and I wasn't able to use my right arm. So when
like that?
It was an MRI. So we found a prolapsed disc in my neck.
Ooh.
So I went abroad, had surgery, had that disc replaced. We were fine. So then 2018, so this is 2017. 2018, I came back, I had a problem with my back. So a hospital in Lagos reached out to me. Somebody had given me the information saying that they're very new and they do all these non-invasive surgeries to fix things. So there was a talk about a non-invasive procedure to help the slip disc. So I was like, okay, great. So we talked about, an influencer situation where I would influence for them and they'd do the surgery for me. So there was
that sounded
a huge
great
discount. So yeah, it sounded
really
wonderful.
Awesome.
and to this day, I don't like to call his name, but he knows himself. So there are 2 doctors in charge of my care. The doctor who's going to do the procedure and the doctor who was administratively in charge of my care, being that we're discussing things, what the options are, So after I had the procedure, I was like, after a couple of days, the pain wasn't going away. And it was that kind of pain where I can't describe, unless if anybody's ever had back pain, you cannot understand back pain until you've gone through it.
Yeah.
There's no English word to describe it. So, but mine was so bad, like everything was hurting, breathing in and out was hurting.
Ooh.
So I was just in a mess. I couldn't travel, take off and landing. I'll be crying like a 2-year-old child. Like that's how I slept in a chair for 6 months.
That's a lot of pain.
Slept in a chair for 6 months.
Slept in a chair for 6 months?
Yes.
Because you couldn't lay down on the bed?
I couldn't lay down. I didn't know what was wrong. Come to find out, I had an infection in my spine. I had discitis.
From the non-invasive surgery?
Yes, from the procedure.
Ooh.
Infections can happen. It's
a risk all the time.
It's just not, so you just, but the thing about it is this doctor who was in charge of my care,
the administrative
because the
one.
doctor, so the doctor who did the procedure had left his practice and started his own somewhere else. Ooh. So we kept in touch because he kept in touch because he's still to this day my guy. And he had actually told the other doctor that I think she has an infection. Start her on IV antibiotics.
Tell me they didn't take it seriously.
He didn't.
No, the Nigeria happened to you again.
Did not. And guess where my saving grace came from? Social media.
How so?
So I was always posting. I needed somebody to bathe me. I had to bring my assistant back from Abuja. She had to bathe me, dress me.
Wow.
Couldn't do anything for myself. Couldn't move from my bedroom to my living room. That's how bad it was.
For someone who doesn't sit still?
Do you understand? Like, independence. I was an independent woman and now having to depend on somebody to shower and put lotion on you and all these things. So on social media, I used to post then. I would post every now and then. My hashtag was in the tunnel because I felt like I was in a tunnel and it was really dark. One day I get a DM from someone who reaches out to me. He's cracking jokes and I was like, I was not in the mood. So I was about to delete his behind. I was like, so he was like, calm down. He said, calm down. My name is Dr. Da-da-da-da. I'm a doctor and a voice told me to reach out to you. And whenever I hear that voice, I don't disobey it. And so he reached out to me and we just started talking. He's like, so what's the problem? And I was telling him, da-da-da, this is the issue. Then I didn't even know that I had an infection. He was like, okay, you know what? I have a doctor friend of mine who's just moved back to Nigeria from the UK. He was taught under the best neurosurgeon in the UK, but he's in Abuja. So
amazing. So
I literally, Choma, I tell you, this man sent me money, paid for my ticket, because nobody knew what was really going on. I didn't tell my family how bad it was at that time. Ooh. So I was just sort of like,
wait, how are you not telling your family but you're on
social media?
They knew
I was I was posting every now and then, but my family's not on social media. My brothers are not, my sister my mother definitely not. So a lot of people didn't know also, my friends knew, but not even the extent. So this man sent me money, he said, go and do some tests and then go and see the doctor in Abuja. I get to Abuja, he looks at me, he goes, we're talking. Did you do a procedure? I said, yes. Okay, put your MRI up there on the light thing. We put the MRI up. So if you looked at the MRI then, even just with your natural eyes, you could see that the space in my lower back was black. And he said, I think you have an infection. Go and start treating with IV antibiotics. I had to come back to Lagos, get a midline put in my big vein. It was a process. I mean, like, the other doctor, the care was horrible. Like, I had to get 2 epidurals in 1 week. That didn't work. I have a scar on my back to that effect because epidural is one every couple of months.
I mean,
for pain management.
A lot of people think about epidural when you're birthing a child.
Yes. This
and
is
then
for
the pain afterwards.
This was for pain management. Yeah, so the doctor that he brought did not know what he was doing. He would put the needle in, bring it out, put the needle in, bring it out.
The UK doctor?
The UK doctor, the other hospital where the guy in charge, the administrative guy, brought a doctor from somewhere to give me an epidural. From Louth, I think it was. I don't know. Anyway, he should have used an ultrasound machine and he didn't. And I was like that for 2 days. Chama, like when I tell you that if I entered a car and I would go somewhere, like I would go from my house to the hospital to see the doctor as in just checkups, I wouldn't be able to come out of the car because of how much pain.
That's so crazy.
So the pain, I was in pain. I was in wheelchair. It was just. Crazy.
People don't know how powerful social media is to you and why. And this is one of the reasons when you see her on social media a lot of times, she's talking about some ail in society, somebody who has done something. Let's not get to the landlords because I'm going to just start cringing right now.
That's a totally different program. That's a different program altogether.
By the way, I think that this show hosts the circle of life. You know why I said that? At 6 a.m. this morning, I was sharing a story and I was saying, look, guys, when the spirit tells you something, listen. Yeah. And I was talking about something that happened with me yesterday, and now you're talking about someone who simply heard.
And we're friends to this very day.
That's amazing.
To this, so I've not seen him. I've not seen him.
Oh, I have those.
We've done one video call ever since we met. So we've known since 2018, and I've not seen him yet. So he was one of the forces behind me doing my first stand-up show. He said, if you don't do the show, I'm going to come to Nigeria.
I feel like I want to do a part 2 with you, Choma.
Like literally, he is like, if you don't do this show, okay, it's time to heal. It's forget even suing the doctor, just heal first. And that was the focus. And we'll talk every day. Like when I would cry, he used to tell me, he's like, I don't do BMW. And I was like, what is the BMW? He said, bitch, moan and whine. I was like, me? I said, I'm in pain. He was like, it doesn't matter. But
so be, mourn, and whine.
Yeah, you said you can't be some. So did I say that word?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So he said, I don't deal with people who moan and they whine. I was like, well, in my mind, I was like, this wicked human being. But he got me to that place where I understood that I had to do this for myself. And
what pushes you every day?
Jesus.
Because I mean, you keep going, and People just see the funny ChiGirl. Yeah. They don't see the back end.
They don't.
Amazing.
They never do, and they don't need. I mean, we know this life.
No.
We don't. We know this life.
It's on Today's Woman. Today's Woman, we celebrate the women and the woman behind the scene.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give ChiGirl a chance to tell you some of the stuff that you don't know about her. You're gonna tell us 3 things. I know we're out of time, like 2 minutes to go, but 3 things that you do besides, causing laughter all the time, and of course talking about the ills of society. That I love the way you do it, by the way. You have more than me. So 3 things.
Okay, so I don't like to say, but I mean, when I can, I sort of help people get their lives together in ways, be it financially or otherwise, every now and then. And sometimes it's the most random things on which is why I check all of my DMs and I respond to them. So I find people, and sometimes the people come to me and we are paying for things for people on a regular, and
That's
it's
amazing.
Okay. I build puzzles. I build 3D puzzles.
Oh yeah, she does. ChiGirl, what is it going to take for you to do? 2 years ago, I asked you this question.
No. I'll make one for you. I will. And the ones I've been making recently, when people come to my head, I just want to make one for them. So I'm also trying to design even my own, so that I'm doing a special one for somebody special, and I pray that it works out. Fingers crossed, and I'll get it done.
How did you start doing that? In 30 seconds,
it became a place of peace for me. So I would be doing work for I did one for 8 days straight, for 8 hours a day.
With your back.
Yeah, which I shouldn't do, because I sit down for a long time and I forget myself. I'm sitting there for 12 hours working on a puzzle, and
Y'all, I've been talking to ChiGirl, Chama Omerwa, my sister, my friend,
yes. You have to say big sister, Chama, because we're not age mates.
See. Let me tell you something. I don't know anywhere that I've been to that ChiGirl doesn't harass me with this age.
I must, because you and some of my friends, and some of them, if they're noticing to this or not, like
ChiGirl harasses me.
Omami and I would quarrel. Omami say,
Omami was here.
Should I address you as my sister? I said, see, I senior you.
Even with her big hair.
She called me sister. She said, sister, am I your friend? I said, I dress you as such. You are my younger, okay?
ChiGirl,
whether you like it or not.
Okay, come and leave my studio.
Do you know how old I am?
My office. What
I'll
do
be
you
50
mean?
next year.
This is my office.
I'll be 50 next year.
I'm going to walk ChiGirl out of my office.
I'll be 50
How dare you?
next year.
Don't talk to me like that.
50, 50.
You gotta go.